Okay, what's up guys, it's Nimbus Reviews here, back with another One Piece video. As you can see, this is my first time using a camera on video. I've tried a few other videos in the past to do it, but certain things just didn't work out, so hopefully this time it finally goes through and you guys actually see this video. But in this video, I want to talk about the newly released chapter 1032, specifically the last two pages with Hiyori and Orochi. So I think it was a few months back, way earlier in Onigashima, that I made a video predicting. It was right after Orochi was killed the first time by Kaido. For me, that was obviously not going to be the end of Orochi. I know a lot of people at the time thought the same thing and agreed with me. We just didn't know how he would come back and how he would eventually be taken care of. But for me, at the time, I had a theory, because Hiyori was in Onigashima at the time, that she would somehow get there, or Onigashima would end up landing somewhere in Wano, not directly on the flower capital, and Hiyori would be able to get to Orochi somehow from it being on the ground and not being in the sky anymore, and she, in some way, would be the one to take out Orochi. For me, I personally thought she would be using Ame no Habakiri, which was the blade left to Momonosuke. I also did bring up the fact that it could be Momonosuke using the blade, because it is his blade that Odin left to him, not to Hiyori. Hiyori gave her blade away, Enma to Zoro, because he returned Shushui to Wano. But since she was still in Wano specifically, I thought that some way she would come in possession of this item, probably through Tenguyama Hitetsu, right? If that's how you say his name, I don't really remember, because he was holding Enma for her, so he was probably all. Oh no, we did find out that he was holding both of the blades. We saw them both. So in some way, she would have interacted with Tenguyama and asked to use the blade in order to defeat Orochi. And this thought came to me only because of the Chinese myth of Yamato no Orochi and Susanoo and the Ame no Habakiri. Because I'm pretty sure Ame no Habakiri like directly translate to like heavenly sword, no, heavenly snake slicer, something like that. I don't know exactly. I'll probably put it up on screen when I'm talking about this. So I just assumed that was a blade in the mythology that Susanoo used to defeat Yamato no Orochi after getting him drunk enough to where he could defeat him with the blade. So that brings me to this current chapter where somehow Hiyori did end up on Onigashima, and we finally seen her interact with Orochi. A lot of people theorize that she might have been the one to heal the Skywards earlier. I didn't really think so. I thought it was her mother Toki, but now that we know that she is on Onigashima, it might possibly be her that did heal the Skywards at the time, and now she's finally making a move on Orochi. And as usual, she's playing the shamisen. We even see Zoro heal the shamisen during his fight with King, and then we see Orochi hear it, and then he ends up finding Hiyori, or what he knows as Komurasaki, because he knows that Hiyori is still alive. He got the information from... I'm actually forgetting his name. That's crazy. What's his name? The traitor, the red-haired samurai that paints. I forget his name, honestly. Yeah, but he got the information before the whole war started on Onigashima, before they left. So he knows Hiyori is alive, but he doesn't realize that Hiyori was actually just playing a character as Komurasaki to try to help out the country while she could, while Orochi was still in charge. But she's acting very, very chill in a way you definitely wouldn't expect when there's a war going on. And Orochi being there, I definitely think he's stupid enough to be tricked into letting his guard down and possibly getting drunk. Because that was Komurasaki or Hiyori's whole thing. She would get people drunk, trick them, get their money. So I wouldn't be surprised if she used that same tactic on Orochi. But instead of trying to take money this time, it's to try to kill him. Now, if this is the case, I'm really honestly excited about this. You know, there's a few other people I thought would be good candidates to take out Orochi. There's Zoro, there's Kinemon, any of the other samurai, Momonosuke specifically. Momonosuke and Hiyori were the two people I really, really, really wanted to have like some sort of help or effect in defeating Orochi. Zoro as well, because we've seen a lot through the beginning of Wano that he really wanted to kill Orochi and even tried killing him back when he executed Yasue, or ordered Yasue to be executed. So now we don't really know how Orochi's devil fruit actually works, so we don't know if he is killed by the Ame no Habakiri, will he actually die? Maybe the Ame no Habakiri has some special properties about it where it's able to kill him, which would make sense since it is the blade that was used to kill Yamato no Orochi in the Japanese mythology. So if there's some sort of curse or effect that the blade had similar to Enma, I mean, we saw Odin use it, we didn't see anything like that, but we also didn't see the effect that Enma has on Zoro with Odin. But that could be just because he was really used to using the sword since he had it since he was little. I assume. But yeah, because of that, I don't really know exactly how Hiyori will kill Orochi. Will it be as easy as just a stab through the chest? Stab through the heart? Will she behead him? Will there be some effect from the sword or whatever? And will she get any help? Will it be a battle, or is it just going to be get him drunk and then kill him? I can't really say. Honestly, since Momo's distracted, he's trying to hold up the island, learning how to use the flame clouds. Yamato's distracted, Zoro's distracted. They're all doing something very important that they can't really get out of the way, and I can't see anyone else being important enough to help. I mean, there is the old man Hyo, who could help, but I'm not even sure when the last time we've seen him and what he's currently doing. So really, I think Hiyori's going to be on her own in this one, and I'm fine with that. There is, oh, no. Okay. I was thinking maybe it could be, Izo, because we've seen him, he's really worried about the black ink blob that, red-haired samurai, that I forgot his name, he created and is blazing through, going to the bottom, trying to explode the island. Which, another thing, if Orochi really forgets that he kind of ordered for that to be the plan and doesn't leave Onigashima before it's supposedly supposed to explode, then he's really stupid. And honestly, I've never really cared for Orochi as a character. But if he's that stupid, then honestly, I don't think I'd even be happy with his defeat. I'm just gonna be glad that he's out of the story, because I really don't enjoy any of the time he's on screen or on panel. So if he makes a mistake that stupid, it'll just push me over the edge and not even care about his defeat or how his story will end. And I just honestly want him out the story. But with that being said, I'm pretty happy that my theory was correct. I know a lot of people have this theory. I don't really watch theory videos like that, especially if I already am building a theory in my mind. I'll try to avoid any theory. So I was glad that I kind of came up with that and was able to make a video about it a while ago. And now it kind of seems like it's coming into fruition. We'll see probably within the next 10 chapters or so, because we are winding down, like we are reaching the end of the arc. You know, Zoro has his final battle, Sanji has his final battle, Yamato has her thing that she has to do, which is stopping the explosion, Momonosuke has his thing, which is keeping up the island, we have Luffy defeating Kaido, we have Kid and Law defeating Big Mom, and now we have Hiyori defeating Orochi. So all the kind of key players are at their final goal in this story. You know, all the Straw Hats already finished everything else they needed to do, aside from the main three. So I want to be surprised if really soon we do see the outcome of this situation. And honestly, I do hope it's sooner than later, because I don't want to keep going back and forth between this. So I hope we get a lot of focus on the situation rather than going back little by little each chapter. So maybe we can get like a whole chapter dedicated to this, where we see her get him drunk and we see how she even ended up on Onigashima. Did she stray away on one of the boats? Did she get there after it was already in the sky, or did she get there some other way completely? Maybe there's some connection with Toki still, I'm not really sure. But this does lead to a lot of possibilities with her, and I'm glad she's partaking in the battle, because I was really worried that she wasn't going to, because of I didn't see what she can do anymore, because after Orochi was defeated the second time, I was like, are they really going to bring her back? And they did, so it did bring back the possibility. So I'm glad that they are finally bringing her back to take care of Orochi for good now. But with that being said, I think I'll call that the end of this video. I don't really want to discuss the rest of the chapter. I think I'll do a separate video on that, specifically the Zoro stuff and why I think it's so important for him to find out King's race, for him to defeat him. But yeah, anyways, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know what your thoughts on this situation are. Did you predict this happening? Do you think Hiyori is going to kill him, or is it something going to happen where she doesn't get the final kill on him? Anyway, just let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later.